Yo, welcome back to the Source loaded NBA slate today. I'm actually splitting it in half, doing 5 games in this one, 5 games in another video in a couple hours. We've been scorching hot. I personally don't plan on stopping. I hope y'all are down to take this ride with me because I like these games tonight, not gonna lie. Let's get right into it. Let's roll through the first 5 games.
Welcome to the Source. Hey, get the Source. The Source. The Source. Hey, get the Source.
First game up, Hornets Pistons in Charlotte. This line opened at Charlotte -5.5, which would have been a gift. I wish I jumped on that early. I don't usually do that, but I wish I saw that earlier. Early action all over the Hornets, as you would expect. Action stays on the Hornets all through last night, all through this morning. Consensus line gets as high as 7.5. Then it drops back down to 7. Malik Monk, LaMelo Ball, both medically cleared to play in this game. Both listed as questionable. I'm getting the feeling that they're not going to play, and that's why the line dropped from 7.5 to 7. Because the sportsbooks are on their typical bullshit where they know things hours before we do, which is ridiculous, but don't get me started. I know 7 points is a lot to lay, especially with the Hornets. They're not exactly an elite team. I get if you're hesitant about it, but I really like this way this young team's developing. Devontae Graham, man, have you ever watched this dude play? Dude has one of the smoothest games I've seen in a while. PJ Washington's turning out to be a real good offensive forward. He's kind of like a 4-stretch 5. He can splash them from outside. He gets hot from 3 just like anyone else. I'm going to lay the points. I'm going to take Charlotte -7. I'm going to throw it on the menu. Listen, Charlotte's in the playoff race, and Detroit isn't. The Pistons are in dead last in the Eastern Conference. Also, the Pistons are missing a bunch of guys tonight. Jeremy Grant not playing. Wayne Ellington not playing. I forget. There's 1 or 2 more. I'll put them on the screen because I forget who they are. But Hornets -7 on the menu. If anything changes, Instagram story, Twitter, Facebook. Next game. Next game up, Rockets, Golden State in Houston. This line opened Houston +7.5, and the entire world is betting the Warriors. Everyone on Golden State. Same story all through last night and all through this morning. Consensus line eventually does react to this. We see the line go from 7.5. Now we're looking at Houston +8. Everyone's all over Golden State, right? Draymond Green's questionable. Kelly Oubre's questionable. Golden State's dropped 2 games in a row. Houston's kind of hot right now. Am I the only one that thinks 8 points is a little crazy for this shaky Golden State team to lay right now? Did you see Kevin Porter Jr. against the Bucks the other night? 50 points. He hit 9 threes. He was looking like James Harden out there. I don't know if you've ever seen him play. He's a lefty, a lot of ISO motion at the perimeter. He was looking like a young Harden. I'm going to take the Rockets. I'm going to take the points, and I'm even going to throw it on the menu. I know everyone's going to scoff at that because the Rockets have really screwed us over so many times this season. But I think Kevin Porter Jr. is becoming a superstar in front of our eyes right now. And I think he shows out tonight against Golden State. So give me Houston +8. I'm throwing it on the menu. If anything changes, Twitter, Instagram story, and Facebook. Next game. Next game up is Thunder versus Pacers in Oklahoma City. This line opened OKC +6.5, and everyone's on the Pacers. We've seen that a lot this week. A lot of one-sided action games where everyone seems to be on the same page betting-wise. Now, whether the public's been winning or losing, that's a different story, but I've seen a lot of one-sided bet games. Money stays on Indiana all morning. Now, the consensus line never moves at all. A little sketchy, yeah, but it is only noon Eastern time. So, I mean, there's still plenty of time for it to move. If it doesn't move by like 3 or 4 o'clock Eastern time, I'm going to start thinking it's a trap, though. I'm going to go with the Pacers here. Originally, I loved this pick. This was going to be my pick of the night. Last night when I was first looking at the games tonight, Pacers were going to be pick of the night. Now I'm looking at the injury report. Sabonis is still questionable. I thought he was definitely coming back. And now Malcolm Brogdon's questionable. I didn't even know he was hurt. So I'm taking Pacers -6.5. There's a good chance this still ends up on the menu later. Personally, I don't even like Malcolm Brogdon. I think his game's one-sided. I don't think he adds much to the team as far as winning. He gets the basket and finishes, but he's an okay shooter, below average shooter that goes ice, whatever. I'm not here to bash Malcolm Brogdon, but I'm saying I don't think him not playing makes much of a difference. Pacers -6.5, not on the menu for now, maybe later. If anything changes, Instagram story, Twitter, Facebook. Next game. Just wanted to add real quick that Malcolm Brogdon does play good defense. So I didn't want to completely shit on him. I felt bad. He does play good defense, but offensively as a point guard, I think he's way overrated. Anyway, next game. Next game up is Cavs versus Heat in Cleveland. This line opened Cleveland getting 11. Huge home dog here. Early bets and early money were actually pretty even on this one, maybe slightly favoring the Heat, but not crazy. Check this out though, a little bit of a sketchy move here. So most of the books, almost all of them were at 11, right? And then I check again around noon, and the consensus line jumps to 11.5, and I look and almost every single book is now at 11.5. Even though I didn't see any Heat money come in. I mean, I monitored this shit and I didn't see any Miami money come in. So why did that line move? I mean, it's 11 to 11.5. It's not a big deal at all. I thought the move was a little sketchy though. All right, honestly, I like the Heat here. I think they smash them. I think they smash them tonight. So obviously I'm gonna lay the 11.5, but I expected to be fading the public. I thought a lot of the public was gonna be on the Cavs, not gonna lie. So I thought I'd be fading the public by taking the Heat here. Now that the money seems to be leaning towards the Heat, it makes it less attractive for me. So I'm still gonna take Heat minus 11.5, but I'm keeping it off the menu. Probably gonna stay off. Stay tuned though, I'll let you know, but probably gonna stay off. Anything changes, Twitter, Instagram story, next game. Oh, Facebook. Next game up, T-Wolves versus Pelicans in Minnesota. This line opened Minnesota plus 3.5, so we got another home dog. Early actions all over New Orleans. I'm talking 81% of early money on the Pelicans. Check out what I'm looking at with the money distribution though. So I record the numbers from last night, late, like 11 o'clock, whatever. I go to sleep, right? I wake up, the money has evened out, which means a lot of Timberwolves money came in overnight. But the line didn't move. It's still Minnesota plus 3.5. Then we get some Pelicans money that comes in after that, like a 10% increase, nothing crazy, and the line moves right away. Now we're looking at Minnesota plus 4. Seems like the books are not scared of the Minnesota money, and they don't want you to bet New Orleans, to me. Pelicans, 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 Pelicans minus 4, definitely. I'm riding this Pelicans wave. I think they're about to go on a warpath for this playoff spot, whether they get it or not. They have an uphill battle. I think they're about to go off, though. I think we're going to see the best Pelicans basketball we've seen in these last 9 games. I know Minnesota has looked all right, but I'm happy to lay 4 points here. Give me New Orleans minus 4. I'm throwing it on the menu. Show me something, Zion. Make me a fan. Zion, if you cover a few bets for me, if you cover the next 3 Pelicans games for me, you have a new fan for life. New Orleans minus 4, lock it in on the menu. If anything changes, Twitter, Instagram story, Facebook. So that's it for the first half. That's the first 5 games. I'll be back. Give me like 2-3 hours and I'll go through the last 5.